Hello there, people. My name is Sho, and welcome to an episode of Game Things. Well, this week is a little more chill on the news side, but let's do our best and go through all the announcements, updates, and everything video games by getting into the flash news right away. First game up to mention, South Park Snow Day is a 3D, 4-player co-op set to arrive in 2024 on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. Not much on the gameplay side of things, but if you're a fan of the South Park video games, it is hard to not be excited on this upcoming title. Albeit, this will most likely be a little different from the first two South Park games, namely the Stick of Truth and the Fractured But Whole. But I believe this new multiplayer South Park game will still be a nice addition to the new franchise nonetheless. We'll keep you updated on the developments and future updates, and in the meantime, you can check out the review trailer by THQ Nordic with the link down below. Another upcoming and exciting game, Black Myth WuKong, is set to have a big presence at Gamescom Opening Night Live, in which the game will be playable at Gamescom, and it is happening on Tuesday, August 22nd at 11 AM Pacific Time. This game is definitely one to keep your eyes on, with its Souls-like gameplay and modern graphics powered by the new Unreal Engine 5. We're expecting Black Myth WuKong to be released in summer of 2024 on PC and other modern platforms, so stay tuned for more updates that is to come. As we're getting closer to the release of Ubisoft's upcoming Assassin's Creed Mirage, we got a confirmation on the release date of the game being brought forward by a full week. Which means instead of releasing on 12th of October 2023, the game will be coming out on October 5th, which is on Thursday. If you plan to have a nice long playthrough of the new Assassin's Creed Mirage throughout the weekend, better plan your annual leave in advance. Moving on, we are going to talk about Blizzard, as they once again proved to us that nothing is impossible with its release of Overwatch 2 on Steam. And in less than 4 days since its release, as of this recording, the game was able to garner a whopping 100k overwhelming reviews, albeit negative ones. Still, the game had become one of the worst rated games on Steam, if not the worst to date. If I'm one of the people who paid for Overwatch 2 on Better.net initially with the promised PvE elements to be added to the game, get it almost a year after its initial release date, and then now, seeing this game going free to play on Steam, I sure can't be happy with that. But hey, on the bright side, plebs like me get to experience the dumpster fire that this game offers, and once I've played them, I get to roast those who actually paid for this game that is worse than, I don't know, your ex? Now onto the quicker and shorter news. I personally don't play as much mobile games nowadays, but if you are into the Final Fantasy lore, or more specifically lore on the Sephiroth Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, is a new mobile game set in the Final Fantasy VII universe, coming next month, with the game releasing on iOS and Android on September 7, which is a Thursday this year. According to a German distributor, PlayOn, there is apparently a listing that popped up on the upcoming Xbox console exclusive Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, which shows that the game could be released on Friday, December 1st by the end of this year. This is a game developed and published by Ukrainian game developer GSC Game World, which the game faced multiple delays previously due to difficulties caused by the Russian invasion on Ukraine. We will place a date reminder on December 1st, 2023 and see if the game will be able to release this year. Next, it is said that some of the legacy features from the previous titles of the franchise that players might be expecting coming to the all-new Forza Motorsport would not be supported after all. Among the features that would not be happening for the multiplayer mode at launch includes split screen support, the ability to spectate, and the option to race with AI. Could it be that Xbox Series S will be having trouble to keep up with some of the said features were to be implemented? All that is just anyone's guess until we see it ourselves when Forza Motorsport releases on 10th of October this year. Then we have a new game that is coming out next week, releasing on 21st of August. It is Orbo's Odyssey. This is a comedy 3D platformer where players get to jump, run, dash, drill, and mess around, apparently set in your boss's office. Well, I can't comment on the gameplay yet, but the soundtrack is definitely a banger. This is guaranteed to those who were to get this game. Finally, the NPC Zavala in Destiny 2, which was previously voiced by the late Lance Reddick, will be replaced by Cave David moving forward. David is known for his acting roles in films, TV series, and video games, in which he also worked with Bungie on Halo series back when Bungie is still with Microsoft in the year 2000 to 2007. Reddick's death back in March 2023 was caused by a heart disease, and Bungie decided to retain all the dialogues that were completed by Reddick and would continue with David's voiceover of Zavala in the future expansions of Destiny 2. And now let's talk about the game releases for this week. Moving out to, there is already a sequel. Wow. To be honest, I never really tried out the first entry of the series, but the physics is fun. Playing with friends locally and online is also guaranteed to be fun, so why not? Let's move out. The game is released on 15th of August for the PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Then we have the infamous Red Dead Redemption port, not the original release on the PS3 and Xbox 360. We are talking about the ported version that has landed on the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch on 17th of August this week. Not many are happy that this is merely a ported game that brings not much changes to the table, so definitely keep that in mind before you decide to pay 50 buckaroos for this game, especially when we are living in a world where you can have many creative ways of gaining access to play games that are old, games that are on older generation consoles. Last on the list, let's shift our attention to this game called the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It is a multiplayer team-based survival horror where players who play as the survivor or victims is what they call in this game, will have to outwit the notorious Slaughter family, aka the Ghosts. So, stealth if you need, and find your way towards freedom as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre released on Friday, August 18 for the PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, and PC. As for the free games, on the Epic Games Store, Black Book is a card-based dark adventure RPG where humans live in a world alongside mythological creatures. And Dodo Pig is an arcade experience with puzzles and platforms where players will be playing as a dodo bird, finding and rescue your lost babies from dangers laid all across the places. Both games are free to claim with the offer ending on August 24th. That marks the end of this week's episode of Game Things. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and click on the bell if you wish to receive notification whenever we have a new upload here on YouTube. To those who are still here, this is a fun piece. Speedrunner Maya beats you in finishing Baldur's Gate 3 any percent in 10 minutes and 3 seconds. At this timing, chances are you're still stuck on the character creation screen.